SRB separation confirmed. Coming up on staging, the burnout of these twin solid rocket boosters at 2 minutes 5 seconds.
I can tell about my life, I got scars for the proof. Know my bars are the truth, 9 stars in the roof. Plus I'm rolling with another star. If you ever saw the service in a double R, I could've bought another car. Reasoning with Lizzie, yeah, I talk to my money. I'll be running to the bands, they just walk to the money. You can't talk to me funny, never. She gave me brains in the roller, that's what I call thoughts in a Culli. Okay.
So how do you play football waved?
Sometimes blackout.
What is life like? 100 grand a month.
I did 250k in 4 days in Vegas.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
I buy a bottle show just to change the music to hip hop.
What's it like being Troy Deeney in prison?
Whatever you hear now, don't cry, don't say nothing. I've been driving around with him and there's been geezers in the boot. You're what every footballer wants to be. I
thought you was gonna be like some
dickhead. I think it's the Birmingham accent, isn't it?
Yes, Troy. What's happening, my guy?
How many of these you got, bro?
Boy, I got a whole selection. Welcome, man.
Thank you for having me, bro. Appreciate you.
You're my first footballer guest.
Oh, so we gotta make it a special one.
That's always gonna be good, man. I remember the first time I met you, actually, because you know, I don't actually watch football, yeah.
Okay.
Because I used to be a big football fan till Man United won the treble.
Okay.
And then I just retired my boots after that because I just felt like
it's never gonna get better.
Yeah, like
I hear you.
Like to try and cut my losses, you know what I'm saying? But obviously the first time I met you, we was in tape. I was in the VIP section for the very first time in my life. You know, I know. You frequent there a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Why do I always know you're gassing
this
up?
You frequent that a lot.
Yeah.
And obviously you just said Posty and then you spoke to me, but I didn't know who you was. I thought because I don't watch football. Because I thought, this is probably something.
I didn't think you'd know who I was anyway, so.
If I watch football,
yeah.
Come on, everyone that watches football knows who Troy Deeney is. But I'm saying I thought you was gonna be like some
dickhead.
No. I told everyone he was in the VIP, man. No, he was in the VIP. I thought he was like a get money kind of guy from South or something. You got that look, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
And then someone said after we spoke, they was like, oh yeah, that's Troy Deeney. I said, who's that? It's like, yeah, some footballer. I was like, Ross. So I walked away, I was like, oh, Ross, some footballer knows me. That's lit.
Nah,
you
got to remember.
Yeah.
I came into football at 19, so I came in late.
Okay.
So I had a life before, shall we say, and I was on Channel U, GRM. I'm watching everything because that was my only escape at it, like everybody was back in the day.
Yeah.
So you've been a hood legend for years.
So hood legend, Troy Deeney. How long, Troy?
So even with this, yeah, I don't really. Everyone thinks I do all these podcasts, but I only do podcasts with people I know. So like even today, they were like, "Oh, you still doing that?" I was like, "Yeah, of course. I'm gassed. I am gonna say exactly the same. Like I ain't been invited to the gala yet. I ain't even mad, but I'm pissed."
Yeah, Troy, listen, mate. We're gonna fix that.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I keep seeing everyone there, Michael Dapper and that. Michael keeps saying to me, "Yeah, you need to come, man." I'm like, "Tell Posty, shout me, bro." Yeah,
we need to fix
that. It's been a few years. You lot all look good. Looks like a good event.
No, thank you, man.
I think it's the Birmingham accent, isn't it? You only let Stardom come, that's it.
Nah, 3 stars though, that's my guy. Yeah, I wanted to catch up with you anyway because obviously your story and your journey is pretty iconic.
Yeah.
You're from a similar background to a lot of us in the music scene. That's why I feel like a lot of people actually take to you because you're so relatable, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I want to talk to you about your journey and how this all began. Obviously, you're from Birmingham originally.
Yeah.
You said you got into football at 19 and I feel like when you were coming up, it was more your brother that was more
So
supposed to be.
Yeah, so my brother now 32, so he's like there's like 3.5 year difference between the two of us. He's the
You're 32 now?
My brother's 32, I'm 36. I wish I was 32.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've heard you say you're 36 in a couple of months.
No. So he's in that
I don't lie to my people.
he was like I don't know. Have you got brothers?
Yeah. I've
So
got
you
4.
have you got a couple, like any one of your brothers that's good at everything?
Yeah, me.
That one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one, yeah.
So me and your brothers can relate.
Yeah.
Like, we love you,
Yeah.
but we hate you at the same time. Like,
Yeah.
my brother's so sick at everything.
Yeah.
And he can do anything that he maybe it was a little bit too easy for him. Life.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I was the opposite. I had to learn and graft for everything. So like this football thing was never really for me, if I'm being totally honest with you, bro. And even like moments like today, I'm not just saying this because you're here or being all fanboyish. To me, I start laughing like, bro, how did I end up here?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So I never take it for granted. But the journey is just, it's been a snaky road.
Yeah.
But I've felt along the way, I've always been able to be me, innit?
Yeah.
Whether I upset people, whether I make people happy, I'm always me. And everyone around me can always say, like, you get me. He's always the same way.
Yeah,
From when
no,
I
for
had
sure.
no money to when I've got a little bit of money.
Yeah,
Not got
yeah.
your money, but a little bit of money.
No, let's not do that, my boy. Let's not do that. I've seen the way you carry yourself, and it's such a contrast to the stigma that's attached to your name or the things that you've had to go through in your life. And I really pay attention to people and things. So when I see the way you carry yourself, I can tell, okay, this is a man that's like, understands the importance of growth, understands the importance of information. Okay, I might have thought this was right then, but I don't think this is right now.
Absolutely.
And I'm trying to carry myself in this type of way or behave myself in this type of way to be a better person all around.
Yeah.
Like I can see, like you're just like a former, not this particular thing, but you know, like when you see a former crackhead that's like itching the crack, like you know, you can see like every day is a new day.
Yeah.
To accomplish this new thing.
That was
you know
like
what
the
I'm trying to say?
nicest, worst compliment I've ever received.
I ended it bad. But you can see, okay, that's
Aye, this girl
that's
wants a picture with your car, bro.
Show us a picture of you, show it.
Taking a picture of the car.
It's alright, it's his.
Yeah,
It's
of course,
fine,
no
yeah,
problem. Do your thing. There's so many people that they say it's too late in terms of age to get into football at a certain stage.
Yeah.
And you're one of those people that made it in late, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
everyone's story.
I used to be a builder, bro. So when I see these people now building and that, I genuinely like, I have a little giggle to myself, like, that could have been you. You know what I mean? Me and you would never have spoke. We'd just drive past each other, wouldn't even know. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
no,
just
for
off those
sure.
little moments. When I got found, I was playing with the boys back home, just playing football. That sentence sounded a little bit mad, but playing football with the boys back home, and I just got picked by pure luck, bro. Pure luck.
Talk to us about that. How did you get picked by pure luck?
So I used to be a builder. I got sacked on the Friday, so I got my last paycheck on the Friday. Went out, got drunk Friday night, as I always did then. My mum cleans the house every Saturday, so she kicked me out the house Saturday at like 2. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but you gotta get out of here, that kind of vibe. So I played ball with my friends, and the guy who was at Warsaw, where I got scouted for, his game got cancelled in the morning, so he came to watch his son, who happened to be playing against my team. And then in that game, I scored a few goals, and this guy's like, who the fuck's that? So I always think like everything in my life happened for a reason. Do you get me?
And at that specific time, you weren't being a professional football player wasn't even available to us. Do you get what I mean? And you told me this, so obviously you've spoken about your relationship with alcohol, especially around those times. Like,
up until like a couple of months ago, sorry to interrupt you.
So how do you play football waved? That's what I want to know. Like, how do you play football
Easier than
waved?
you'd
Because
think.
you're doing 4, I'm hearing you're doing 4 cans of JD and Coke.
On the way to work.
On the way to football.
Yeah, calm. That's light.
Did it not impact you, or did it?
Nah, you know what? It probably did.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know if people can probably relate to this. You know when you're hanging and you go to work, but you don't want to let your boss know that you're hanging. So you probably do just enough work so you're on time, but then you don't speak to people because your breath's a bit funky and all that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just did enough to get through. But it's funny. So when you do all these things, this boss is about to take you out.
Take us out. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I was speaking to one of my boys about it the other day because, again, none of my friends are footballers.
Yeah.
So when they see me on a podcast or on TikTok or something, like their kids are questioning it. Like, did that really happen? And my boy's a DJ, yeah, and he was saying it's mad because when you was doing it, so I used to go out. This is real life, yeah. It's got Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I was playing. So 5 days a week.
This is for Warsaw.
No, when I was at Watford.
Oh wow.
In the Championship. So I used to go out 5 days a week.
Wow.
And we'd be out. Not like out for a bite to eat and home by 10. Like, we're going out at 10. Sometimes we'd drive down here from Birmingham at like midnight, go Libs or Tape or whatever, and just go to like 4 or 5 in the morning, straight to training, shower at training, brush your teeth at training, train, back home, sleep on the train or whoever's driving me, get back home, do it all again.
Yeah, I feel like I need that on my bucket list. If you ever jump back on, I just want to do the wave. Just like the 3-day wave, you get what I'm saying? Because
it's hard, bro.
I'm a surfer as well, but I surf like once every couple of weeks, you get what I'm trying to say? But yeah, playing football and being waved is...
But
it's an art, it's a talent.
But you know when you get waved,
Yeah.
See, my thing is I've got an addictive personality, so I don't...
Same.
You know when people say I've won, that's a waste of time.
No, I'm not trying to drink. Like, you see when people are drinking to like get tipsy or like, I'm having a glass of wine with my meal. Nah. We're getting fucked.
We're going till none of us remember what happened.
Yeah, we're getting fucked.
The only way
up.
you can remember it is when people tell you what you did the day after. Sometimes blackout. And that's literally where I was.
Yeah, that's different waves.
That's where I used to go to, bro.
I ain't been to these places that you're saying.
Not
not these places.
You ain't really had a drink then.
No, not these places. I'm more like, what's the word when you're like fumbling your words and that?
Like tipsy and stumbling.
No, when I'm wave, I'll fumble my words.
Okay, is that it?
Like,
do you know what? This is how you know. When I go, and this is not to be disrespectful, I look like I've had a stroke, bro. This eye goes down and closes, and then I just got bare drink down the top and I'm just everywhere. But I just keep drinking. Yeah. Until someone literally takes it off me.
So do you feel like you had a problem with alcohol then? If obviously you mentioned that you've been sober 6 months.
Mm-hmm. I have a problem with my actions on a drink. So I think in our community, every problem was solved with a drink. So if someone got christened, we got drunk. If someone got married, we got drunk. If someone died, we got drunk. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and for me, I lost my dad and my granddad and my grandma in 15 months of each other, like all 3 of them, and they were 3 of the 5 people that raised me. So when I was at Watford, like, going to work should be a good thing. I'm just like, let's just get drunk, man. Just don't think about it. You know, like now, some people smoke weed. I've never smoked. I just suppress everything with drink, and now I do it with just hard work. I just work all the time, so I don't have to talk about shit. You know what I mean?
So you felt like at the time, especially when you were playing for Watford and stuff like that, you felt like the drink, I suppose, was your way out of any kind of difficult things that you were going through, or
and try to understand it.
With.
Do you get what I mean? Like, I didn't understand life. I still don't really understand life, I'm being totally honest with you, but I don't trust people.
Yeah.
I'm for as much as I'm a people person, I could be around anyone and chat and rare. I'd like to be left alone. Really, truly. So the drink takes an edge off being in social settings.
Yeah.
And then this other person comes up. So if, like, let's just say it's Troy Deeney, the footballer's out and about, you'll see bottles, you'll see everyone having a good time around me because that's what I like. But if it's like me and you chatting, or you saw like off camera, that's just Troy. I can stand and wait for you for 20 minutes on my own, it's fine.
Yeah. No, we appreciate that, man. Like,
it's time
to see how the other half lives, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had Troy Deeney waiting for me, you know what I'm saying?
It's funny when you pull up in a car like this, and everyone's like, oh my god, the car's sitting there, 2 black people get out of the car.
Talk to me about how life changed if it changed when you signed your first professional football contract, and like how things changed around you in terms of like friendships or entitlement or just all your experiences surrounding that transition.
So the first contract I got didn't change nothing because I was on £180 a week, and to me that I felt like I was rich then, because I got to play football for a living. Do you get what I mean? So
this is at Walsall.
This is at Walsall. Sorry, but so my only thought process at that point was give mum enough money that my mum used to work 3 jobs, and that used to kill me seeing that. So she went down to 2 jobs essentially, and as long as I could get to and from work, I didn't really give a shit about anything else. See, like now, we've all gone through this phase. I don't know if you have. I assume you have because of the status where you're at. But when you get on, you go, I want all the trainers, the cars, all the bullshit that you thought you wanted, and then after a while you're like, why have I got all these kicks and I could only wear one at a time? At the start, I was never on kicks, fashion, nothing. I just wanted my mum to be happy, and then just be around. As long as I had enough money to go get a drink with the lads, I was cool. So then nothing really changed then. I was still trying to fit in. And then when I moved to Watford, 2 years after that, so at 19 I just got into football. At 21, Watford bought me for £500,000, and my first contract then was £5,000 a week. Now I thought I'm going clear now, in my head anyway. 5 bags a week. My mum's house was 50k that we ended up buying. Like, I could do this in less than a year. Do you know what I mean? And that's when all of the trainers and going out, and like I was going out in all the wrong places as well. So it wasn't.
Hell no, I'm seeing new places I am, Troy.
No, before this,
even worse.
I'm going to like places like Mono Bar, Oracle in Leeds. I'm going to everywhere, Manchester, anywhere there was a rave, I was there. Sidewinder to anything. So, and I was just with all the boys, and we had a great time. But we used to think, and this is not glamorising it by any stretch, but a good night to us used to be get drunk, have a fight, nick a bird. That in that order. Do you get what I mean? So it was a bit mad, really.
Like the fight had to be included.
It had to be.
That's insane. See, that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everyone says, "Oh,
some of us go raving. Some of us go raving to have a good time, and there's man like you that's coming to the dance saying, "No, we have to have a fight."
Yeah, we're not going to try to do in there. Ideally, not in there, but it'd be like, again, it's generational, and so remember, you had like the happy slap times where people were just getting slapped on camera and stuff. Then you had that trying to be a bad man, prove yourself era. And then you just grow up, bro, and it's like, for what? Like, for what, really? Like, and like I say, anything I say is not to glamorise, it's just to tell you how I came up, do you know what I mean? And then when everything changed, bro, was when I signed my first £50,000 a week contract.
And that was with Watford as well?
Yeah, and when that happened, no one told me no.
Do you know what?
Do you get what I mean?
I want to know what, I've experienced a lot of things in this life, yeah? I haven't experienced 50 grand a week, yeah?
Okay.
Now, what's 50 grand a week like? Wait,
it's quick.
Is it straight away, is it 25 a week?
Yeah, but you get paid each month. So with football, you get the 28th of each month.
Okay,
so no matter what happens, lose every game, you're getting paid 28th.
Yeah, so I'm saying straight away the 50 goes to 25 because of tax, right?
Yeah. But
at the very least, you're getting 100 grand a month.
Yeah.
At the very least.
At the very least.
Like, what is life like? 100 grand a month.
It's so fast paced. No one could tell me nothing. No one was telling me nothing. And you know, I fell into the trap of as well. I don't know if you went through this. People only wanted my time, and I started giving them money to excuse my time. So if I hadn't seen,
I'm not on that. I'll give you my time, man. I don't get my money.
I might not have seen like an auntie or something for
Oh yeah,
a month.
yeah.
And then I'll go there and I'll be like, here's £500. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they're like, oh, I don't need it, but it's like,
Troy, you was doing 500s and 100k. Come on, Troy.
Nah, bro. I got a big family, bro.
Yeah, I hear you.
I got a big family. But anything, so if someone needed a new kitchen, I'd pay for it. And if someone needed a new car, like, it was so quick. But you gotta remember as well, like, for most people, my friends aren't rich. Like, no one around us is rich. So it was like, boom, let's go out. every time. We used to do like mad little bets before a game. So I'd be like, I'm going to score today. And so we'd be like, yeah, if you score 1, we'll go casino. If you score 2, we'll go London. If you score 3, we'll go casino, Birmingham and London in the same night.
And if you did 3, which was the best?
Yeah. So
in all 3 options,
we were going out.
but in all 3 options, you're still paying.
Of course.
You're the good. I need friends like
course,
you. I need
yeah.
friends like you.
Yeah, but
No,
listen,
but it makes sense. I get what you're saying.
But you also you're not paying for friendships. Like my
No,
friends
of
paid for
course
me
not.
at the start, and then
Yeah,
also
yeah.
like everyone has a role, innit?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So a lot of my friends would be out for my friends, but they'd also take care of me. They'd stop people taking pictures, blah blah blah. Like, you know, that kind of thing. So everyone had a role within it, and you know, like it's good. There were good times, but now, like older, 36, money's not coming like it used to. You're like, rah, I did 250k in 4 days in Vegas.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, I won't mind.
Can
I
you
won't
break
mind
down?
that now.
Can you break down the 250k in 4 days as simply as you can?
Yeah, it was all on drink. Not one bet was placed.
It was all on drink.
All on drink. So pool parties were like 20 bags a daytime.
Okay, so that's 4 pool parties. That's 80k.
Then we'd do anything between 10 to 30 on the night. But when it went big, I had one big night. And this is when I was at my most dickheadest peak, yeah. Little John was performing. And he had some hip hop hits in it. So I said to my boy, let's go there and it'll be sick. And this is when Vegas weren't really playing hip hop tunes like it is now. And I was like, every time he went to put like this house and like all the music they were listening to, I'd buy a bottle show just to change the music to hip hop.
Oh wow! So you're spending money so they just play one rap song.
Yeah, but
'Cause
then
you can
obviously
request
he has to do a couple edit because he can't just go rap song straight back to that.
Yeah.
So he get me like 20 minutes of rap music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So, and then
Yeah.
that one night we did 80k.
Yeah, money does make you crazy.
Yeah, you
because
know when
that's
you
crazy. You're spending money just to get
Change
free
it.
tunes.
Well, really, we could have just moved venue.
Could have gone Miami.
We went Miami straight after. We did
See.
4 days Vegas, 4 days Miami.
Yeah, that's crazy. Do you feel like when you look back in the past and
I
the
feel
things
like a
you've done,
dickhead.
is that like your biggest waste? Do you think?
Yeah,
have
nights
you-
out. But you know what? I say this with all honesty. I wouldn't change a single thing I've done.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Would you add a couple more zeros in your account? Yeah, that'd be nice. But all the experiences, like I've taken a lot of my friends and family first class to places we could never even think was achievable.
Life's all
You're
about
looking
experience.
you're looking at me like I'm a bit bad.
No. No, I understand where you're coming from. Obviously, I don't understand being in that specific position, but everything's relatable. Do you know what
Yeah,
I'm
of
trying
course
to say?
it is. Yeah. And that's something that annoys me with people, and you'll get this a lot. Yeah, you'll be speaking to a family member or someone that's close to you, and they'll be having like a money issue. Yeah, and like they'll go, "Oh man, I got this car bill, man. It's not like yours. It's the same thing, bro.
Yeah, it's the same
My
thing.
cars don't break down or need services, or do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But everyone just puts you in this category of you're earning an amount of money, so we're not the same, even though everything else is the same.
A lot of people don't realize that having the stigma of having money or actually earning a certain amount of money, which might be more than the average person, is that these people are still spending their money.
Of course.
Like you could be on 10k a week or you could be on 100k a week. Whatever you're on, you're gonna find a way to spend
Of
it.
course.
Regardless of whether some of it might even be in investing. You're still spending the money.
Yeah.
No one just has the money sitting in their account, just like chilling, minding its own
and the thing
business.
is as
you know
well,
what I mean?
everyone's tried something with business, whether it be. I've been fortunate. I've been quite successful in the businesses that I've done, but I know people that bought restaurants and had no experience, but were just like, I want a restaurant to go to, so I'm gonna do that. So you've been around. How many people started clothing labels and never really thought it through? But the problem with money I felt is, and I was talking to my wife about this yesterday, the happiest I was in my whole life, I was broke.
Yeah, but that's when you have the
'Cause I
most
didn't-
friends.
No, but I didn't know nothing. Do you know, like
True.
that ignorance of not knowing like what happens when you get X, and just working towards it and striving towards whatever that is. I don't even know what it is, but I know if I keep doing this, it'll pay off.
Do you know what? I think that you're not considering that maybe the happiest you was when you was broke is when you were just younger, because maybe there was less responsibility as well.
Nah, you know what? You know the only reason I could disagree with that?
Yeah.
Because I've spoken about this before, and I didn't really want to bring it on it because it's quite a positive one, but I think it'll show you why. Like, I've been the man of my house since I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
So I've been working since I was 11. So my dad had an incident where he beat up me and my mum when I was like 9. He got locked up for it. Mum and dad separated, etc. But from that moment, like, I've had to look after the house. Do you get me? I'm the oldest of 5. So when it's all said and done, it all landed on me. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just said 5. There's only 4 of us. Sorry, put my own kids in there. Oldest of 4. So when it's all said and done, it's on me. I've been working since I was 11. I ain't really had the childhood. So when it comes to the spending and all of that, I think a part of that was for that, for missing out on that I want everyone to be happy. Do you get me? Like, everyone's gonna have fun and we're gonna do it all together. Yeah. Whereas I just have pinch me moments, bro. This
what's the biggest thing that you did for somebody else, friend or family member, that you can that you're most proud of? The one that brought, because sometimes a lot of the time as well, it's like once you have, you know, been successful and you've made money, once you've bought your favorite crepe, or you've bought your favorite outfit, and you've bought the house, and you realise it's still at the end of the day just a bed and me, and I do have to change these sheets at a certain point. You start to realise that.
Are you acting like you change your old sheets? You ain't got a maid?
No. I got OCD. I clean my house 4 times a day, you know.
You got OCD, yeah?
Yeah, today I'm hanging around with you, so I won't be able to do it today. But on a normal day. That? What, OCD?
Yeah.
Nah, it's more OCD with like
cleanliness.
Yeah. Like I could have £1 in my bank account, but as long as my house is clean and tidy, happy. I feel like the richest man in the world.
Yeah. That's nice though. There's a nice simplistic beauty to that. Yeah. So to answer your question.
So we realised then after that it's more doing things for other people that kind of bring us joy, especially when we can. Yeah. So is there a specific moment, something that you did where you look at that and think you're proud?
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Around your age group. We're in the same school. We're in the same school.
Cool. All right, that's all.
You know what I'm saying? We're hanging out. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm seeing you at lunchtime.
That's all.
You know the vibes.
Cool. Yeah. So we used to have this thing when we was younger, where this is gonna not resonate with anyone on your channel, but they used to have VCRs, and they used to sell trips to Disney on a VCR. So they come round, post it, you put it in the VCR player, play it. My mum used to come every year, and I used to see this thing. Like, my mum used to watch it. She used to go to me, my brother, and my sister was born at this point. She was like, one day I'm gonna take you like there. It was like, do you know that? All the adverts see, come to Disney. It's this, it's that. It's like, one day we're gonna do it. One day we're gonna do it. And then I remember when I got to 50, I took the whole family there, and my mum, you know, you get like, we was in the car driving down, the bus thing taking us there. And as soon as she saw the archway, she just burst out crying, bro. I was like, what's the matter? She's like, you did it. You didn't forget. I was like 8, 9 at the time.
Oh, really?
She's like, you didn't forget. I said, I'll never forget. And that's the mad thing. Like, I can remember, I'm shit at people's names. I can never remember anyone's name, but I remember everyone's face, and I remember where me and you met and how. Do you get me? Mm-hmm. So when my mum was like, that's the one. Like, I've bought houses and cars and things of that nature, as you say. But when she was like, you never forgot that.
You've touched on having to be the man of your house at 11 years old, from 11 years old. And obviously I've seen you mention sometimes how your dad was like the first person to show you how to kick a ball. You've obviously touched on today how important he was to yourself and your brother. In terms of like the things that he might have done in his life that weren't so positive to yours, and the positives that he brought to your life, How do you balance that out with somebody that you love? Well, I don't know whether to say respect, because I don't know.
You could say,
yeah, because I don't know what position.
Bro,
you
basically
look
what
at
it is, it's the biggest oxymoron in your life, yeah. So my dad is my hero. Was up until I buried him, I thought he was 6'5". I didn't realise he was smaller than me. But he had this aura around him that he was just like, he could do anything. We walked through the street or go through Birmingham Town Centre and people would give us, like, through the markets, people would give us food and, oh, you're Berkey's son and rare. And it was genuinely like something out of like the craze. I'm not saying he was on that level, but you know, like, we see them movies now, you're like, that's how it used to be for us. But also on the flip side to that, is the only person I've ever been scared of. Like, genuinely scared of. And it also made me go, like, it made me hate the world for a long time and everybody in it, because this person that I idolise and love and cherish and teaches me all the values that I still keep to this day was also the person that put his hands on me and my mum, the woman I loved the most in this world. Do you know what I mean? And in that moment of his madness, we were just somebody else. I wasn't his kid and that wasn't my mum. Do you know what I mean? And it's a mad thing, because I talk about the negative bits, but there was only a few, but there were massive pivotal parts. And you know the old saying, then you can do 99 good things, one bad one leaves a stain. And then when I talk to the good, like my values, my morals, my respect, how I'm able to provide for my family now, is all through him. So it's a mad one. But the truth of it is, he's still my hero. Yeah. I miss him even to this day, every day.
And was he able to see you play for Watford and all these things, or he died before then?
He died when I was 21. So
he was
but that was my first year at Watford.
Okay.
You know the bit that kills me the most, to be totally honest with you, bro? He was just on that calming down bit, and he was just about to be. So my brother had his daughter a couple of days before my dad passed away, and my first son was 2. So he's just at that phase now where you could see when he held the grandkids, yeah, all of the bullshit had gone. Do you get me? Like, the ego dropped and he just turned into granddad. And remember brother speaking about the other day, he was about to turn into what we wanted, and then unfortunately got cancer and passed away within like 9 weeks of finding out to dying. So
he saw you becoming a professional at least.
Yeah, but you know, again, hindsight's a wonderful thing. My dad never went on holiday, bro. Never had a passport. So it's like, I kind of do more trips now with my kids, because every memory I have with my dad, yeah, is a madness, bro. It's just a madness. Like, even though I don't remember sitting down having dinner, I don't remember like anything that didn't involve drinking, fighting, or him smoking weed. I don't remember anything what we call normal and civil. That's the word I'll use. But like, I've told the story before, like I've been driving around with him and there's been geezers in the boot, mad, bro. Like, but at the time it was normal, because he'd just be like, yeah, don't worry about that, and turn the music up.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And then now, like, when I'm older and I'm saying it, you start understanding that it's a bit mad still. But again, I think the story just highlights to everybody that everyone's going through some shit, innit? You get me?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Sorry, I spoke a lot then.
No, I was enthralled in the story. I was actually thinking, from having people in the boot to giving people the boot. What types of people? You see what?
I see what you did there. Yeah.
What types of people or situations have you had to get yourself out of the more successful you became, especially coming from your background?
Not too much, really. The main thing is getting out of my own way.
Yeah.
Getting out of my own ego's way. Had a few run-ins where people have, maybe they thought I was a footballer and found out very quickly that it wasn't that, whatever they thought that was going to be. But on the whole, for 17 years in this football game, relatively chilled, bro. I get on with everyone.
Can you spent some time in prison, and I want to speak about your prison sentence quite briefly, but I want to talk about, how did you end up in prison? So it was your first year in Watford.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
So, February, I go to the hospital with my dad. He says he needs to get a checkup, so like asked me to go, which I thought was mad anyway, because he's like old school Jamaican and he don't ask no one for help. So anyway, I went with him, and he said just before we walked through the door, he said, whatever you hear now, don't cry, don't say nothing. And again, looking back, I'm a bit like, I should have already knew something was happening, but I just took his word as gospel. I was like, all right, Dad, no problem. Walk through the door, man says, look, you got cancer, it's terminal, kind of prepare yourself in it.
So you were there when they broke the news to you?
Yeah. So he had cancer of the esophagus. So fundamentally, there's a tumour in there, and at the rate it was growing, you just didn't know. But there was nothing they could do because it's already started growing. So fundamentally, he's going to choke to death. That's the be all and end all of it. And yeah, like 9 weeks later in May, passes away. But I went out that same night of finding that out.
Okay.
And it was my boy's birthday, and I remember like just phoning him. I was like, "What we doing? Where we going?" Because I need to get out. And I think I was out from like 4 in the afternoon. I was just out. And then yeah, just got into an incident on that night. I actually walked through. I was at. You don't want to say about blacking out. I was at Burst. I was on my phone, and I just walked through the commotion. And then as I'm through it, someone just come running up and was like, yo, your brother's in there. I took this is one of my brother's first nights out, so I took my little brother out with me. So now, big bro moment kicks in, and oh my God. So I turned around, sobered up rapid, and I just saw all this commotion, and then I just lost my head. It's a horrible one, yeah, because you have to talk about it, because this stuff happened in my life, but there was a victim on the other side, you get what I mean? So I don't want to ever glorify it, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, there was a situation that happened, and then I got nicked to that same night. And
But was that? But with the altercation with the other person, was it random?
Yeah.
In the end? Oh, so they hadn't actually done anything.
Oh no, they were fighting.
Okay.
They were fighting, but I wasn't involved in it.
Yeah.
But I've heard my brother's in there.
Yeah.
And as I'm coming back, so what happened was there's like 3 parties end up fighting into one. So there's a scuffle,
Yeah.
and then there's people coming out of a nightclub.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of getting in it because no one really knows who. So as I look back, there's like 20 different bodies.
Yeah.
And all I know is my brother's in the middle of that.
Well, knowing you probably had a little bit of FOMO. Like you're seeing, at the
No,
time.
no,
Not now.
not even that. I just lost it.
Yeah.
And went in.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if there was King Kong in there.
No, but I mean, FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO.
No, fear of missing out.
Yeah, like you're seeing.
No.
Yeah,
But this is what I mean.
cracking.
Normally, I would have been like that.
Yeah.
And normally I would be like at the front. Like someone goes, yo, we're just gonna go do something. Like I'm like, yeah, come then. I used to be that kind of guy, like eager. This was completely like, it was just rage, bro. It was just like, why does these things keep happening to me? Because bear in mind, 6 months before that, I lost my granddad, who beat cancer and then died of a heart attack. I always believed that moment was meant to happen for me, yeah. And the reason I say that is because you couldn't see anything of what I was doing or what had been happening until the moment of me kicking the gentleman, because all the taxis moved. So imagine it's that road there and the drama's here. All of these cars, you can't see nothing. And then at the moment of impact, it's like separation. So I always think I was supposed to get caught. I was supposed to be like, someone settled me down, do you know what I'm saying?
So you got like 10 months in the end. You ended up doing about 3 months in prison.
And I did 4 on tag.
What's it like being Troy Deeney in prison? Because they say you shouldn't take food to the lion's den. Now, if I was you, Troy Deeney, 50k a week.
Yeah.
Is this 50k a week?
Nah, this is like 5-ish.
Okay, so he was like an appetizer. You weren't the main course.
No.
But obviously, you must be thinking, look, I'm going into the mad place right now. Like, what's it like being Troy Deeney in jail at that stage? Like,
honestly, bro, I didn't care.
No, but what type of energy was you getting?
No, the Joe, I didn't care, because this is the pivotal part as well. So my dad died, yeah, and I was supposed to be in court. So we put a permission to so I could bury my dad in it and then go do court. Because I knew I was getting sentenced. So on that point, I'm like, fuck this. I don't really care. don't care about nothing. I hate everyone. But I've never been, and you could ask anyone, I've never been the aggressor in any situation. I've never been like top, because I was raised then there's always someone bigger or better. So why would you be on that? So when I went to jail, I was a bit like, okay, I'm not sure about all of this, keep your head down. And then within the first day, one of my good boys, I won't say his name, but one of my good friends was on the same wing as me. So he's like, come, yo, boom, boom, boom. Here you go, here's the toothpaste, here's this, here's that. Like, just packaged me up, I was sweet. He's like, you need anything, I'm up here. And instantly within a day, I was like, oh. Like, so all that guard and all that was down, and nobody really messed with me because my friends were on there as well. So
Okay, did you know that friend was gonna be there before you went in there?
I knew he got locked up. I didn't know where he was. But you know, people get locked up and you don't know where they are, what they're doing, unless you're close, and like you're sending money all the time. But when it got a little bit weird for me is when they moved me. So I was in Winston Green Jail, and then I got moved random like Tuesday up to Warrington, up north. And I was a Cat D, but I didn't know where I was going. If anyone knew where I was, do you get what I'm saying? And then when I got up there was Bear Scousers, Bear Manx, a couple man from like Wolves and that, like Ricky and that like, they're still my boys to this day. But when I walked in, they were like, he's food. Do you get what I mean? And then after like a day or so, it was fine.
How did you go from he's food to it's fine that quick?
We had a couple of conversations, it was fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Because once people start going like, oh, I know you, and you know it's like you chat to somebody, you're like, oh, from you, what part of London are you from?
East.
East. So you'll go, oh, from East, and you'll be like, ah, I'll go, oh, do you know? I might go for argument's sake for this situation. Ah, you know, get to that, and you'll go, oh yeah, I know them, and then you start going boom, 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 connect the dots. Ah, it's cool. Do you get what I mean? And that's kind of my thing. So, you know, if you go Birmingham, you'll know who my friends are. And it's kind of, you won't know me, but you'll know who they are.
You've achieved a lot in football. Obviously, there's that incredible goal that you scored against Leicester. I was watching it this morning, actually. Sick goal. You know, I told you I don't watch football.
Yeah.
I even got the emotion.
Okay.
You know what I'm trying to say? I saw the run. I saw you ended up in the crowd.
But even that, when I jump in, that's my little brother.
Oh, is
that's
it?
Who catches me. Yeah.
Sick.
So,
so you wasn't just dancing with some random one.
No, that's my brother. And then everybody who piles on, that's my friends.
Okay.
So you get me, like it's.
Oh, so those were your people.
Yeah. That's why
sick.
to me it means so much. The goal itself is whatever, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's that. And again, remember the start of that year, I was in jail.
Yeah.
So I didn't have no pre-season, and then the first 3 months of me playing, I'm on tag. So now I'm looked at like, they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, footballers don't do this. I know you've got the odd people every now and again, but it was just a mad time, bro. I love everything about football because it's changed my life. It's probably the same with you with music.
The turn up that night must have been crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had 3 days off, so we had a 2-day party. This is probably the first time you're out in front of the camera on your own, standalone.
Yeah.
How have you found the transition now?
It's part and parcel. Obviously, me personally, I prefer life behind the scenes kind of thing. But obviously, sometimes you got to move with the times, you know. And the times do call for these sorts of conversational pieces. And I feel like because people respect some of the things I've been able to accomplish in my career, they're more willing to sit down with me because they know that I feel like they respect me to a certain level and I respect them, so a certain type of conversation can be had. As opposed to if I had a host hosting this show, it'd feel a bit more worky.
Yeah.
Like I suppose the USP of the show kind of is me in terms of like the conversation.
But have you always been business minded? Have you always been like you were going to work for yourself?
Yeah. So when I was younger, I knew I was going to be successful. I just didn't know what I was going to be successful at.
Yeah.
But I just knew because there's just certain things that I can do that surprise myself in terms of like with people or social settings.
Because even with this, you've got the team obviously that's working.
Yeah.
But you still sign off everything.
Of course.
Like that's quite impressive. Not most people would pass that duty on now, innit?
Yeah.
But now you're more in the screen.
Yeah.
That's brought its difficulties, right?
Nah.
No one's really been like you. Because again, I don't like to make it financial, but
Yeah.
you've always been doing well for yourself for a long time.
Doing all right.
Doing all right.
Not you. But, doing all right.
You're doing all right.
Yeah.
And then, but when you add the screen and people can see you more,
Yeah.
your instant net worth is tripled. Not by anything you've done, by their assumption.
Oh.
Do you get what I mean? Because you're now in the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that must be a bit difficult, no?
To be honest, not really, because I feel like if I was more successful, successful to this degree,
Yes.
whatever this degree is, at a younger age, it would come with
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
You
so
get-
you've been
you-
able to grow up.
You got to remember,
a bit.
you've been lit since you was 23, 24. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I was lit, but I was like, lit.
You're what every footballer wants to be.
What's that?
So you can get into you can get what you want in terms of you can go wherever. You're in the mix, you know what you're doing, but you're not bothered. Like, people don't bother you when you're out and about.
Nah, people bother us now.
Nah, but I'm saying when in
Oh,
the 20s, yeah.
Oh, in the 20s, yeah. Yeah, but we all really deep down want to be footballers, though. Like, like, you know,
Listen,
like, just knowing.
ain't a bad thing.
Yeah.
The only time I get frustrated with the fame of it, should we say, is when I'm with the kids.
Yeah.
Because people don't think they ain't got the foresight to
And
be
sometimes people are so happy to see you, they will end up saying something stupid because they don't know what to say.
Yeah. I've had that a few times.
They don't even mean it with malice.
Yeah,
Even though they've said it with malice.
Yeah,
in that moment,
it's just sometimes
it's just they don't know what to.
something.
They don't know what to say.
Yeah.
They just have to say something. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
What's the maddest one you've ever had? Because you seem like while you're cool and calm, you got a temper as well.
Yeah, I do. But do you know what? I always try to just remember that you can buy a Coca-Cola, right? Mm-hmm. And you can tweet saying, "Oh, I hate Coke," right? Mm-hmm. And then 3 months later, you could be drinking a Coke again, or you could have a bad experience in McDonald's, see how much you hate McDonald's, and go eat Burger King. That's just how I see myself and my brand. I think recently, I'm not too sure if you said it verbatim, but I think you kind of hinted that you're better than Harry Kane, or were.
No.
Okay.
I didn't. So
can we clarify?
Of course we can. Yeah. So what I said was there was a time in life when I was going to go to Spurs. There was an opportunity to go to Spurs, and what was asked at the time by Mr. Mourinho was, would I be okay playing second fiddle to Harry Kane? And I said, yeah, of course, but there's certain things I need you to know. I'm not
second fiddle. Is that like
he's going to be the main man, I'm going to be next, but he's going to play most of the games. He's going to, no matter what, if he's fit, he plays.
Okay.
And I totally respect that, and I totally understand that. He's earned that. My point, what I said that time, and what's got misconstrued out of all of it is, I said, and I'll still stand by this, there's certain things that I could do at that time that he couldn't do. Like, control the ball better in the air, so on and so forth. But what people do now with everything is when you say you're good, instead of understanding why you're good, they go, but this person's better. I never said that person wasn't better than me. I actually started the conversation by saying, Harry Kane is a better footballer than me. However, this is how I thought, this is what I think, and this is how I went. Bam, deep this year, bro. I played when I got picked up, I was 17 leagues below the Premier League. 17. So if I didn't believe in me, and I didn't put the work in, and I didn't do what I had to do, how did I manage to get there? So do you think I'm going to turn around and go, any player is better than me? How?
Yeah, why would you?
The reason you know you can stand the test of time is because you've done the work, you've created it, and also, you've been there when no one was watching. How many nights have you spent in your room working on shit that's failed? Like, people don't see that part. So for me, yeah, like, I've never said I'm better than Harry Kane. Will never say I'm better than Harry Kane. What I will say is, at that time, there was things I could do that he couldn't do. And that's not a slight at him. That's just factual.
Who's technically the best player that you've ever seen or played with then?
Seen. Ooh.
Actually, played with.
Played with.
Let's start with played with.
Played with is difficult because I played with some really good players, but I played against levels.
We got to pause.
Go on.
No, we got to pause.
Oh,
You know about pause?
yeah, but I'm glad you said that because when I was thinking about this, yeah, how many grown adults, yeah, I go pause. Bro, I'm married with 4 kids. I ain't gotta say pause to nobody.
No, I hear that.
Yeah.
You know what
if
it is?
you think that, it's more of an indictment on you,
You know what
not
it is?
you.
You know what it is? You see us, we work in music, innit? So we've got a lot of time on our hands. So sometimes, you know what I'm trying to say?
Childish.
We ain't got
Childish.
100K to play with every week. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, what my point, what I'm saying is, when people do this pause thing, one of my friends is in music and he does it all the time. Whenever we go out like with the missus for dinner, he's like, pause, man, or that's a wine moment. I'm like, bro, if you took that much energy on like just making yourself a better person, you'd be so far in life, you know.
I hear that.
But everyone goes, oh, pause, like what is it like? Are you scared
But to
that
be
someone
honest-
thinks you're gay or something?
No, but
I'm
to be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we don't actually take it that serious. But
Okay.
to be honest with you though, you can't really use pause as much as an ex-footballer because everything. How many times are you gonna say played with?
Yeah,
in a day
yeah, trust me.
As a foot,
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say? Because
Hey,
I couldn't
the
just be with
baddest thing is-
I couldn't just be with my brethren and be like, yeah, I was playing with. I was playing with homeboys. See?
But literally, yeah,
I get into it. I got you.
I got you, but so every player that was on my team that happened to play the same sport as me, is that a better sentence?
No, you was great. The first time you was winning already.
So I'm saying so I played with some good players, but I was fortunate enough to play against some incredible. So you're talking like Pogba, Eden Hazard, Cesc Fabregas, like you name it. I've more or less played against those. So like the players that I always used to see was like Mesut Ozil, Eden Hazard, Santi Cazorla, Kevin De Bruyne, David Silva. When you see these people play, you're like, I ain't been playing the right game for a long time.
Who's the one though, the most gifted you ever played with?
Most gifted I ever played against is Paul Pogba.
Okay.
And I know obviously he's going through his drugs thing. I don't know the ins and outs, but I don't really agree with it, and I've already had my say on that. But when you see somebody that's 6'4" that can sprint like he can, that can move how he can, that could be so technically gifted with the ball, you're like, nah, this guy's been playing different.
Who did you see in football that you was around that was obviously getting paid? It doesn't necessarily have to be on the same team as yours, but you saw the way this guy spent money and it was like your inspiration, like when it came to like swiping that card. Cause,
Yeah, do you know what it was?
Because certain people must live different.
Yeah, but so mine won't even be that. I've got a friend now that I'm in business with, and I can't say his name because he won't like it, but he's worth over 400 M's. Good you, but the way that you see, and you'll know this, when you're around those type of people, they just move so smoothly and calmly, and then it makes you feel like a dickhead, doesn't it? Instantly, like boom, like rah, why did we think getting the watch or getting the bottles was when this person's like, yeah, I just bought this company, huh? So like that is more the non-footballer people. But when I was out and about, do you know who we used to have silent competition with all the time? Was Punch, Jason Punchett.
Okay.
Yeah, so because Punch used to be out with the same type of people that I used to be out with. So it was like inadvertently, it was never any hard feelings or animosity. It was always good friends. But my best night out I had in London was with we did a Halloween night once. With Conan was on our table, and we ended up having we had a bit of a mad one. Gold bottles only.
Okay.
It was a mad
I can relate to that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a mad one. It was a mad night. That was one of my best nights out in London. I really, really enjoyed that time.
Yeah, that sounds sick. Do you think VAR should stay in the game?
Yes. Because it makes simple... They should get it better though, bro. Because everyone's watching it now. Do you know what I mean? You're watching it and someone scores and you have to wait a minute and a half, 2 minutes for someone to celebrate. It takes the passion away. But it also makes for an easier game. You don't even watch football. Is that what I like?
No,
I like you're asking me these questions, but you don't care.
No. I care so much. I care so much because I said I stopped watching it, but I want the option to come back when I'm ready.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't watch it, what are your top 4 predictions for this season?
Top 4. As currently constructed, I'm going to go Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea.
In that order?
In that order.
Your wife designed the BLM logo that appeared on Premier League shirts.
Yes, sir.
4 years on, do you think anything has changed in regards to football and its racism problem?
I think the small things have changed. I still don't think there's been enough change. I still don't think in society there's been enough change. I think we are always in a situation where things will always need to move on, right, and evolve. But we're so stubborn and so lazy in our approach to it. Like, I get into a lot of arguments in these meetings still because any conversation you have about racism is like, how do we fix racism? It's, okay, we're going to do education. And we do it for a short period of time and never really get to the nitty-gritty root of it. What's the root of it? The root of it, I've got 4 kids. If we put kids in a play area, they're not going to be racist. It's the adults. It's the laziness that we have. Do you get me? We have our prejudice and our brought up entitlement that we look down on other people. So we go, we're going to tell our kids it's wrong, man. It's lazy and it's wrong. So everything I always challenge for, what's the next question? Like, what are we doing after that? So we say we're going to work at it for 3 months. Cool. Then what? Do you know what I mean? We can't persecute someone for being racist and go, he's racist forever. Well, then they'll never change. So then we're out doing the original argument. But you've been around. We've all suffered with it. You can't ever say racism isn't a thing because we've suffered it. It's more what are we going to do? Oh, sorry, I thought you made a friend. What are we going to do that is different now to change how our kids in the future look at different people and themselves?